What's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today doing a Lunalight Tri-Brigade deck profile. So I'm really excited for you guys because this deck is actually suggested to me by one of my patrons, Gloomba. And this deck is an absolutely amazing deck with just how well Lunalight and Tri-Brigade work together. It's super fun to be able to play because there's so many boss monsters that this deck can actually summon. So without further ado guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards, like getting your name description every single video, getting assigned cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month you're a patron. And definitely give Gloomba some love down in the comments down below for suggesting such an awesome deck. So let's get straight on into this one, guys. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Lunalight Kaleido Chick. This card is a great 3-of in the deck that you always want to see in your opening hand because it has a great on-field effect that once per turn you can send a Lunalight monster from your deck or your extra deck to the graveyard. And the name of this face-up card on the field can be treated as the sent monster if used as a fusion material this turn, which is a great effect to be able to get additional beast warriors into your graveyard so you can use them with your Tri-Brigade cards. I then played 2 copies of Lunalight Yellow Marten. Yellow Marten is a great 2-of in the deck because this card has a really good effect that if this card's in your hand or your graveyard, then you can target a Lunalight card that you control, accept another copy of this card, and return it back to your hand. And if you do, special summon this card in defense position, but banish it when it leaves the field, which is a really good effect because you can actually bounce your copy of Tiger back out of the Pendulum Zone back to the hand so you can then use it again, which is a really good effect. It also has the ability, if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, then you can add 1 Lunalight spell or trap card from your deck to your hand, which is a pretty good effect. I then play a single copy of Emerald Bird. I only feel like you need a single copy of Emerald Bird in this particular build. It's a really good 1-of, but 1 is enough for this build. I then play a single copy of Lunalight Tiger. This card is absolutely insane because of its pendulum effect. That once per turn, you can target a Lunalight monster in your graveyard and special summon it, but it can't attack and its effects are negated, and also it is destroyed during the end phase. But that is a really good effect to help you link climb because this card is a once per turn monster reborn when it's in the Pendulum Zone. But if you bounce it back to your hand with cards like Yellow Marten or Zaphros the Elite, you can actually use it over again because you can just relay it in your Pendulum Zone because it doesn't say once per turn you can use this effect of Lunalight Tiger. It's a soft once per turn, which is absolutely insane. I then play a single copy of Lunalight Wolf. Lunalight Wolf is a 1-of basically Miracle Fusion when it's in the Pendulum Zone, so it can actually help us fusion summon into some really powerful cards because I do play a few fusions in the extra deck, which is really awesome because they're really good boss monsters that you can summon late game to help you OTK the opponent and just go in for game. I then play for the Tri-Brigade cards. I'm going to be playing 3 copies of Tri-Brigade Frogtail. Frogtail is a great 3-of in the deck because this card is basically a Foolish Burial, but it's a really good Foolish Burial because it has the ability you can send this card from your hand or field to the grave to send a level 3 or lower beast warrior, or winged beast monster from your deck to the grave, which is a really good effect because you're always going to send your copy of Tri-Brigade Kit to the graveyard off this card's effect. Now, all of your Tri-Brigade monsters actually share a common effect that basically you can banish any number of beast warrior, winged beast monsters from your graveyard to special summon a beast warrior, winged beast link monster from your X deck with the link rating equal to the number of cards that you banished. So for example, if I use this card to banish out 4 monsters, I can actually summon out the boss monster Shirog from my X deck that is a link 4, which is really cool. This card is absolutely insane as a 3-of. I then play 2 copies of Tri-Brigade Kid. This card is a very simple effect that if it's sent to the graveyard, you can send another Tri-Brigade card from your deck to the graveyard, which is always going to be your copy of Nirval that you're going to send to the graveyard off this card's effect, because Nirval will actually get us a search of Karas. Speaking of Karas, we actually played 2 copies of Karas in this deck. I feel like 2 is perfect for this particular deck because it's so good as a 2-of, because it has the ability you can discard 1 other beast warrior, winged beast monster, and then special summon this card from your hand where you don't even waste your normal summon to get this card on the field, which is a really awesome effect. I then play 2 copies of Tri-Brigade Nirval. Nirval is a really good 2-of in the deck because this card has the ability, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Tri-Brigade monster from your deck to your hand, except another copy of this card, which is always going to be your copy of Karas that you're going to be searching off your copy of Nirval. Because basically what you do with the Tri-Brigade package is use your copy of Frogtail to send Kit, Kit will send Nirval, and then Nirval will search Karass, and then you can summon Karass to your side of the field, and all of them have that ability that you can banish Beast, Beast Warrior, Wing Beast monsters to summon Outlink monsters from the extract equal to the amount of banished cards that you sent for the link rating, which is really cool. I then play a single copy of Zaphros the Elite. Zaphros the Elite just works really well with our copy of Tiger because you can banish Tiger or bounce Tiger back to your hand off of Zaphros the Elite's effect and then relay it in the Pendulum Zone to use its effect all over again while also getting a monster on your side of the field to use as a link material because Zaphros the Elite is a wing beast. I then play 3 copies of Ash Blossom because Ash Blossom is hands down the best hand trap in the entire game and just stops the opponent from touching the deck. I then played 2 copies of DD Crow. I wanted to play 3 copies of this card, but I feel like 2 is totally fine because it is searchable in the deck, but it is a great 2-of in this particular build. I didn't have any more room in this particular build to put a 3rd copy, but if there's any card that you want to drop, you definitely can play 3 copies of this card because there's so many graveyard reliant decks that this card can really stop in their tracks. But it's really good because you can quick effect discard this card to the grave and then target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard and banish it, which is really, really good. This card is a definite at least 2-of in this particular build because it works with your Tri-Brigade monsters so well because it is a wing beast monster. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to be playing a single copy of Harpy's Feather Duster. Harpy's Feather Duster is an insane card that just deals with your opponent's back row and just makes it so that you can go in for the OTK. I then play a single copy of Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave is just a really good 1-of in the deck to be able to stop your opponent's hand traps. I then play a single copy of Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial gets the exact card in the graveyard when you need it, so this card is a definite 1-of in this deck. I then play a single copy of Lunalight Fusion. This card is searchable and your opponent never sees this coming in a Tri-Brigade version of this deck, which is why I play this card as a 1-of. It's basically like a Shadow Fusion, which is really cool because it has the ability to get to fusion summon a Lunalight Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. And if your opponent controls a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, you can also use a Lunalight monster in your deck or extra deck as fusion material, which is really good to be able to get cards in the graveyard while trying to get out your copy of Leo Dancer to your side of the field. This card is really good early game if you're going second because you can drop this card against the opponent, use your copy of Panther Dancer in the extra deck, and then use 2 Lunalight monsters in your hand to go into your copy of Leo Dancer. So this card is a definite 1-of in this build. I then play 2 copies of Fire Formation Tenki because it searches any Beast Warrior that you need directly from your deck to your hand. So this card is a really, really good 2-of in this particular build. I then play 3 copies of Foolish Burial Goods. Foolish Burial Goods sends any spell or trap from your deck to the graveyard, which is always going to be your copy of Lunalight Perfume. Now, Lunalight Perfume is a really, really good 3-of in the deck because it has a really good field effect and a graveyard effect that you get to target a Lunalight monster in the grave and special summon it, or you can manage this card from the graveyard to discard a card to add a Lunalight monster from your deck to your hand, which is a super powerful effect. This card is a Searcher and a Monster Reborn, and it's just so good because it's actually not once per turn. You can use multiple copies of this card per turn, and you can actually use both effects in the same turn, which is really cool. So that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're going to be playing a single copy of Tri-Brigade Revolt. This card is basically a trap version of Soul Charge, and it's going to be a card that you're going to search all the time in this deck. You only need a single copy of this card because once you use this card once, you probably won the game, but it's really good because you get to special summon any number of Beast, Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast monsters that are banished or in your graveyard, but their effects are negated. Then immediately this card resolves, you link summon a Tri-Brigade Link monster using only those monsters. You're always going to bring back 4 monsters with this card and then summon out your copy of Shirog to your side of the field. I then play a single copy of Serenade Dance. Serenade Dance is a really good card for its graveyard effect. That during the main phase, you can banish this card from your grave and then send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon a Lunalight monster from your deck. That is the only effect you're ever going to use on this card, is to be able to use that effect. It's a really good 1-up, but you're always going to send it to the graveyard off your copy of your Foolish Burial Goods. I then play 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, bringing up the hand trap lineup to 8, with this card just being a really good card in the deck to be able to stop your opponent's monster effects and lock down columns. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to be playing 2 copies of Shirog. Shirog is just so good. I almost wanted to play 3 copies of this card, but it's just a really, really good card overall, but I didn't have the room in the extra deck. This card is a really awesome card because if this card is special summoned, or if another Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster is special summoned to your field, you can banish 1 card on the field, and it doesn't target, which is absolutely insane. And if this card is sent to the grave, you can add a Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster from your deck to your hand, whose level is less than or equal to the number of banished Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monsters, which is really cool because you can actually use this card to search out your Lunalight monsters, which is really cool, or search out DD Crow directly from your deck to your hand, depending on the matchup. And then play a single copy of Rugal. Rugal comes up every so often, but it's just a good one-of overall, just in case you need it. I then play a single copy of Bearbrum. Bearbrum is absolutely insane because this card can search you so many cards, because you can discard 2 cards and target one of your banished level 4 or lower Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast monsters and special summon it. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Tri-Brigade spell or trap from your deck to your hand, essentially searching out your copy of Revolt directly from your deck to your hand. I then play a single copy of Frigid. Frigid is a really good one-of overall. You don't need any more than a single copy of this card, but it has a really good effect that during the main phase, you can special summon out a level 4 or lower Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast monster from your hand. Also, you cannot use monsters as link material for the rest of the turn, except for Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast monsters, but if this card is sent to the grave, you can draw a card and then place a card from your hand on the bottom of the deck, which is a pretty good effect to just fix your hand. I then play a single copy of Ancient Warrior's Oath, Double Dragon Lords. This card is basically a bounce, which is really good. It's super easy to summon because any of your Tri-Brigade monsters can actually summon this card to the field because it is a Beast Warrior Link monster. So you just banish 2 cards that are Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast from the graveyard and summon out this card, and it gives you a bounce on the field because quick effect, you can send a card from your hand or field to the grave and then target 1 face-up card that your opponent controls and return it back to the hand, which is the only effect we're ever using on this card. And then play a sealed copy of Alamirage just in case we need it to fix our plays. This card is just a really good one-of overall that if all you have is a normal summon of, say, like a Kit, you can normal summon Kit and then send Nearval, and then Nearval will give us a search of Karass, and then you can go in for your plays from there. And then play a single copy of Appaloosa. Appaloosa is just a really good card to put on the field as a basically a monster negate, which is just really nice, especially since we can link climb in the deck so easily. But you have to watch out a little bit with this card because of your copy of Bearbrum, because Bearbrum will lock you into summoning out Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast monsters, which is a little bit of a mess in this deck, but it's okay because you only summon this card every so often, or at the very beginning of your combo. I then play a single copy of Access Code Talker. This is just here to clean up games. This card is just really good overall in the deck to be able to go in and just finish out because you have so many different attributes with your Link monsters. You won't summon this the turn you activate Bearbrum's effect, but it's still a really good card overall to help you win the game. I then play a single copy of Panther Dancer. Panther Dancer is only here in the deck because you're going to use this card to summon out Leo Dancer because Leo Dancer is just too good not to play. This card is just ridiculously good. It does take Panther Dancer to summon it, but you can send it to the graveyard. You can send Panther Dancer to the graveyard off your copy of your Kaleido Chick, and then you can use your copy of either Wolf to Miracle Fusion out your copy of Leo Dancer, or you can use Lunalight Fusion to be able to send Panther Dancer from the extra deck to the graveyard to be able to fusion summon into Leo Dancer. Now, Leo Dancer is just really good because this card must be fusion summoned with the above materials, and it cannot be special summoned by other ways. Your opponent cannot target or destroy this card with card effects, and this card can make a second attack during each battle phase, and then once per turn, at the start of the damage shift, this card attacked a monster, then you can destroy all special summon monsters that your opponent controls, helping you OTK the opponent. I then play a single copy of Tiger King. Tiger King is going to be one of the first cards you're going to summon in your combo to be able to search out your copy of Tinky. This card is really, really good as a one-of in here to help you step into your copy of Tinky and then search out your copy of Frogtail. Then play a single copy of Abyss Dweller just to lock down graveyards because we're in a very graveyard reliant format, and this card is just really, really good overall. And then play a single copy of Force Strix because it can search out your Winged Beast monsters that you need from your deck to your hand, like your copy of Zaphros the Elite, which is really good. I then play a single copy of Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. AA Zeus is just really good as a board wipe that's super easy to make with either Tiger King, Abyss Dweller, or your copy of your Force Strix. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. It's a really fun deck to be able to play. If you guys have never played with Tri-Brigade, you definitely should. Tri-Brigade Lunalight is just absolutely insane. It's super fun to be able to play. You can go in for all sorts of insanely powerful boss monsters and even fusion summon in this particular build, which is absolutely insane. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell on there so you can become part of the notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.